This is Photoshop. This is the Photoshop. This is the interface of Photoshop. Okay, so this is the basic interface you will see when you will turn on Photoshop. This is lecture number 2 of graphic designing. Okay, this is lecture number 2. Lecture number 1 is uploaded on YouTube. The link will be provided in the group. You can subscribe the channel for daily updates. Okay, the sessions which are recorded here will be provided on YouTube. Okay, we will upload that later. So what we decided, what we discussed in our previous session was these tools. Okay, how to use these tools, what is their function. We have decided and we have discussed in our previous session what is the use of these tools, why are these used, and what is their function. Okay, we have previously discussed those. So in today's session we will decide about these tools, and then you are watching, as you're watching on the screen, these tools. Okay, we have discussed previously these tools, all of these tools. We have discussed what are these tools and what is their function. Okay, this is the basic intro session. Okay, what is Photoshop? Basically I will introduce you to the tools, what are the tools, and what is their function. Okay, so I have previously discussed, explained what is layer. This is the layer option. Okay, so let me just click here. This is layer. I have explained layer in my previous session. Okay, so I will not explain it again. You can watch that video for your concepts. Okay, number 1, layer. Okay, what is layer? We have just made a layer. Just by clicking you can make as much layer as you want. Okay, so I'll delete those layers, extra layers. So yeah, I'm in the layer number 1. Okay, and this is basically which adds a layer. This button adds a layer. Okay, or if you want to duplicate a layer, you want a duplicate layer, just drag the background into the layer button. It will create another layer. Okay, the duplicate layer. Okay, the next is a group. Okay, when I'll click the group, what as a group does, what a group is, a combination of layers. Okay, this is a group. I can do that. When I click here, it will create a group. Okay, group. What is group? Group can contain many layers. Okay, a group is basically which contains more than one layer. Let me just demonstrate you manually. Let's suppose I add 3 layers. Okay, 3 layers. I want to merge them and use them in a one group. Okay, I will just drag and select them. I will press Ctrl G. When I press Ctrl G, it converts it a group. Okay, so when I open it, I have 3 of the layers which I made. I just combine them. What is the function of group? It combines the layer. Okay, so I have just combined the layers in a group. Okay, I can work in the group without affecting our background, without affecting any other thing. Okay, they are in a group, so that means I can work on them. So let me just delete it. So basically, what was the function? To create a group for multiple layers. We can combine multiple layers in a group. Okay, so what is this? This is also an adjustment. Basically, what are adjustment layer? Adjustments are when we take a raw photo, we take a photo from our camera, or we design something. Okay, picture is basically combination of colors, RGB. What you might have heard, or if you haven't heard, I will tell you. RGB. RGB means red, green, and blue. They are basically a combination of 3 colors: red, green, and blue. Okay, what is adjustment? For example, let's suppose if I take a photo in night. Okay, I take a photo in night scene, on night. Okay, in night, as you know, light is very low as compared to day. If I take a photo in day, it has clear, bright light. Okay, so as you can see here, in the photo. Okay, I'll zoom it a bit screen. Okay, as you can see, this portrait has been taken in the day. As you can see, light is pretty decent. There are no, so that has been taken in daytime. So what are adjustment layer? Adjustment is when I click here, it will open up a dialog box with pretty much options. Okay, so adjustment, I was talking about adjustment. What is adjustment? Adjustment is basically, you might have heard brightness. Okay, if you want to decrease, increase brightness. Okay, shadows, I will explain each of the terms. Okay, So kindly, Arham, stop doing this. Kindly remove these lines you're making. Okay, kindly avoid this. Avoid this. You are creating a disturbance. Kindly avoid this. So, getting back to our main topic. So what are adjustments? Adjustments are brightness, contrast, highlights, shadows, etc. Color. Okay, the main picture. We when we want to tune our photo, we want to make our photo brighter, darker, more saturate, low saturate, shadows, each and everything. They are called adjustments. Okay, so when I click here, I see selective color. So we will define each term. Selective color. What is selective color? Okay, it basically selects the color in this background. Okay, let me do it again. I just delete this layer. I use selective color. Okay, when I'll click selective color, as you'll see, do you see the changing in the photo? This right here. Okay, you are observing what are selective color. Selective color basically what it does, it selects the red. There are, as you can see, there are red color. This is red color. Observe closely. Okay, when I change the drag the mirror more or less, I take it, I increase it or decrease it, you might see a change. Okay, so basically what it does, it adjusts the color of reds, the selected reds in the photo. Let me switch to greens. Okay, if there are any greens, if there are any greens, it will modify the green colors in that photo, selected color. So basically what it does, if you want to select a single color in a photo and want to adjust it, you can use the selected colors. Okay, I want black, I selected black. So you can see if I, these are the black team. Okay, if I modify them, if I modify them, the session is about to end. I think this is 40 minutes above. So, okay, just look at this. You're watching a change. If I select whites, it will modify the whites. So basically, if any color you choose in selected color options, you will see the changes of that color. Okay, basically that is the function of selected color. I will put that back and just delete this layer. Okay, and I'll just move on to next. Gradient. I have previously discussed what is gradient. Okay, I will define shortly. Gradient is basically when the color is shifting from one to another color. We have two colors. Gradient. Okay, when I click gradient map, it opens a gradient. Okay, like if I choose color like this, it creates color like green. As you can see, green is selected here, green and the red. Okay, it shifts to color. Okay, like this we can choose many colors as much as we want. It is basically shifting color to another. It is gradient. If we want to add gradient to our photo or our layer, we can choose this option. Okay, so moving on to next one, what is threshold? Threshold is basically if you want to make an artistic portrait or a sculpture, you are designing or you have an order or you have any kind of project which deals with artistic. Okay, let me show you here if I change it. Okay, you might have seen sketches as artistic type of filters or artistic photos. If you want to make your photo a little bit artistic, you can use threshold. Okay, you can see this is threshold option. You can use that in according to your project requirements. Okay, I will discuss each of things. I will demonstrate them in more upcoming sessions. Basically we will today just have a short intro and look at them. What are useful? Posterized. Posterized basically defined from poster. As you've seen, posters, cartoon posters are in kind. It basically posterizes the image. Okay, it posterizes the image. As you can see, when I decrease it, it posterize the image. Bit of an art, also an artistic kind of a tool if you want to make it a pop or any kind of artistic. So you can use that. Invert, basically invert. What it does, invert. it inverts the color. Okay, it inverts black with the white, white with the black, and vice versa. Okay, invert, it inverts the color. So color lookup, color lookup, what is color lookup? Color lookup, basically, if we have predefined LUTs. What is LUTs? LUT, LUT. Okay, I'm a bit missing here, ignore that. Okay, what is 3D LUT? 3D LUTs are predefined presets of colors that we can add in our photo. Okay, so as you've seen, color grading, they are used basically for color grading. You can add predefined presets, you can load them, you can download LUT files from internet and just load them, or you can create your own in Lightroom. Okay, you can create that in Lightroom. Okay, you can add it manually or you can create it by yourself. These are for advanced editing, so we will discuss that there. Basically, we will just have an intro, and I'll just delete that. Okay, moving on to next one. What is channel mixer? Channel mixers is something that are, if it is similar to the color lookup, it changes only the color, only the color that we want. Okay, red. If you are watching here, if I want greens, okay, it will change the greens color. Basically, photo is combination of three colors: red, green, and blue. So it will modify red, green, and blue. So it will change red, green, and blue. If I change green, okay, it will only change the green. Okay, it will only change the green channel. So basically, red, green, and blue. Okay, these are the main functions of this tool. Let me delete that there. Moving on to next one. Okay, photo filter. Photo filter are some presets like similar to the 3D LUT. It is similar to 3D LUT. There are some presets already predefined by Photoshop. Okay, let me click here. Here is another filter, cooling filter. Okay, you are watching the tone and modification. The taste and the tone of photo has completely changed. Let me turn to red. Okay, let me turn to yellow. Okay, you are watching that each color, each tone is being changed. Okay, there are some preset, you can use that, or you can just increase the density from here. You want it to be more saturated, you can increase the density, or you can either choose your color. For example, let's say I want to add this color. Okay, I want to add this color, so this color will be added. You can add your manually color if you want a filter or a tint kind of. I want to add pink, more pink in this photo. I can choose pink and I can increase and decrease the density according to my need. So that is a photo filter. Basically, it adds a filter of a color on your photo. Next function is black and white. As you know by the name, it will turn your photo into black and white. So if you want your photo to be black and white, in black and white, you can change the color however you want. You can change yellows, you can play with greens, cyans, or blues, magentas, etc. etc. Basically, you can create your B&W black and white filter according to your need. Okay, that is for black and white. Moving on to next, we have color balance. Okay, what is color balance used for? Color balance is used for midtones. Okay, like these have the midtones. I'll show you. These are the midtones. All of these are midtones. Okay, I want to change these are basically colors. All of these mostly deal with colors and the photo properties. Okay, these all deal with colors. These are the tools we have previously discussed in our lecture number one. Lecture number one is uploaded on YouTube. You can watch that. I will give the link in the group. You can find my previous lecture on YouTube. Okay, so basically what it does, shadows. If I want shadows, I want to make adjustment in shadows. Here are the shadows, the darker areas you can see, these are the shadows. Okay, if I want to make changes in the shadows, I can change that. Okay, I can change that. I can, if I want my photo to be more green, more dark, okay, I can use that to make my photo according to my need. So basically they are just adjustments of color. Okay, I will delete that layer. Moving on to the next one. Okay, next one we have hue and saturation. Okay, this is an important thing. This is an important term. Okay, listen that carefully. What is hue? Okay, master hue. Hue is something that changes the color, shifts the color tone, the whole color, red, green, blue. It takes all of the colors and shifts them. Let me demonstrate you. If I change the hue, the whole photo is changing. Okay, the color of whole photo is changing. It is taking red, green, and blue and shifting them to other colors. Okay, this is the color bar. You can change it. Okay, it is hue. If you don't know hue, I'll repeat it again. Hue basically takes all of the colors, red, green, and blue. It takes all of the colors and shifts them, changes them, shifts them, okay, in the color bar. This is the saturation. Okay, let me change the hue. I want photo, let me change it to here. Okay, I want more saturated. I want this to be more saturated. As you know, what is saturation basically? Saturation, as you know by the word, saturate means quantity of amount. Okay, amount or quantity of a thing, of a certain thing. Saturation can be defined like a saturation. You want your photos to be more bright, you can saturate it. As you can see, the photo is more bright, the colors are more vibrant. If you want your photo to be dull, basically the amount in graphic designing, it means dullness or brightness. Okay, the vibrant or vividness of a photo or dullness of a photo. If I take it to the this end, it will make our photo completely dull, means black and white. It will decrease all of the colors. If we take it to saturate, it will create more saturate. Okay, so just switch it back. Okay, I'll just delete this layer. So basically, that was the function of human saturation. It makes our photo brighter or darker, and if you want to shift the all of the colors to another color, you can use the hue and saturation tool. Moving on, next one, we have vibrance. Okay, as I've discussed, I have now recently described what is saturation. It is also